It's story time, kids. I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Play Cypher, a cyberpunk text-adventure game. As the name implies, this is sort of an old-school text-adventure game, so there won't be much to look at. It also means that I will be reading everything, so if you don't like the sound of my voice, this isn't for you. Let's start. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, turn screen flickering off. And then we're going to get rid of the jitters. Turn camera movement off. There. Now it should be watchable. As you can see though, we've got a problem, and that's really mostly on my end. This game is meant for a widescreen resolution, and for some reason I just cannot get an option to put it in that. So we're playing at a very poor resolution, and that is why we're sort of cutting off the picture on the right there. But from what I've seen, that picture will always be there. It will never change. There might be stuff that shows up on it, but you know, it's no big deal. So let's get started. You lock the wooden door of the tiny apartment and place a sensor on the knob while yelling the voice command at the computer to dim down the lights, hoping retrievers haven't spotted you coming into the building. Stupid, stupid, stupid. That's all you can think of while digging out the briefcase Eddie gave you from the closet. He was a Cypher too, back in the good old days of Silicon when data was smuggled through offline carriers instead of interconnected wireless networks. You find the briefcase buried in a box of used prosthetic junk and throw it over the coffee table while spitting curses through your teeth. Before you can even slide the keycard to get it open, a voice breaks the monotonous sounds of raindrops falling on the small apartment windows. Going somewhere, dog? You freeze for a moment, then turn. The voice comes from the screen over your desk. Deep blue eyes like two diamond marbles staring at you without blinking, and something that doesn't quite make up a grin shines across the Frenchman's face. Lime. Jesus Christ, man, you almost killed me. You don't say. all my voices are going to sound exactly the same. And besides, I don't think I can do a French accent. You don't say. How'd the deal go off, I've got half of Neo Sushi's retrievers on my ass. How the hell do you think? You nervously try to slide the blue keycard through the briefcase's magnetic lock. Tell me you got the passcode, dog. Lime doesn't quite blink. He just closes his eyelids halfway through and pulls them back again. Just part of it. Something went wrong. Really? What was it this time? Another one of your old foes from the Martian Wars? Or was it from the cracked moon colonies? You're a wanted man, dog. I told you to lay down for a while, but you keep pushing me for a gig. I should have known better after that Yakuza incident. Screw you. It was your client's fault this time, not mine. The card slips through your fingers and falls right into a glass of cheap scotch laying on the floor next to the coffee table. Anyhow, you'll tell me all about it later, if you want to make it alive from your apartment, that is. Meet me at the Tech Noir nightclub over in Harajuku's sector. It might not be too late to get that passcode out of your synapse before retrievers find you. Wait a minute. Downloading corrupted data costs a fortune. Why do you want to help me? Don't tell me you just grew a conscience. Far from it. I'm just dying to know who hijacked my deal, and for that, I need the passcode. Come to me, Tech Noir, half an hour. Be there or be square. Ta-ta! The screen goes dark. Somehow Lime's deep blue eyes remain for a few seconds, staring at you, a ghostly image the video feed couldn't stream on time. Hover cars flying outside the apartment light the entire place for a split second, and you hit the ground instantaneously trying to avoid being seen. How'd they find out about the deal? The time was set half an hour before, just like Eddie taught you to do. No one could have known the download point beforehand either. That was Lime's arrangement, and even if they did, there was no time to gather a team like the one you saw tonight. You are crawling on the floor of your hideout apartment, the place you stay when things get too hot. It just happens to be in the worst part of Neo Sushi. Not even low-techs want to hang around this part of the city for too long, so normally you'd be safe in here. But today is different. Today a deal went horribly wrong and people got killed, the kind of people who usually do the killing. Having nearly made it out alive from the upload point, retrievers are now hunting you across Japan. They must have all the spots covered now. Airports, V-rails, tubes, even this apartment. It won't be too long until one of them gets lucky. The corrupt passcode you carry in your head seems to be worth a hell of a lot more than the piddly amount you were going to be paid to move it out of the country. At least enough for someone to send hired guns into Yakuza territory and hijack Lime's deal. Automatic plasma guns, thermal grenades, the gear the retrievers were packing was too high-tech for the Mafia. The whole thing stinks. You need that thing out of your synapse before someone finds you. Another hovercar flies by the window and forces you back into reality. No time for thinking. Not now. One thing you might notice here is that the text isn't quite perfect English. The grammar is a little bit off. Apparently that's because the developers themselves are not native English speakers, and they got a translator who is also not a native English speaker to do this. So I'll try my best to, iron that out. Hideout apartment. The tiny room is located on the 17th floor of an old building that hookers regularly use to hustle tourists who come looking for something new. Blue neon lights from the passing Hoover cars fill the empty apartment every couple of seconds. The south door leads to the hallway. To the north, there's a big window from where you can see big columns of smoke, a typical Neo-Sushi skyline. Eddie's locked briefcase is over the coffee table. A multi-card fell to the carpet. It must have been stored along with Eddie's briefcase. A blue keycard rests next to a puddle of scotch. On the desk, there's a big heavy T800 videophone, an empty glass of scotch. You also see a note. The sensor you attach to the door is not showing activity at the moment. So you'll notice there on the right, it actually shows us a picture of the location, which is a little bit different than text adventure games used to be, where it was just up to your imagination completely, and you had to type in things like look around and search surroundings and all that. This game goes out to basically tell you everything that you would see, so you don't have to do that. And there is that little picture over there on the right, which I wish was bigger, because otherwise we're just looking at Doggeron here. And, yeah, that's kind of boring. It would have been nice to get this image a little bit bigger. But anyway. Alright, so let's take multi-card, which belongs to Eddie. Let's see. Take blue keycard. Okay. Let me look at the multi-card. Multi-card looks old, like from the time Eddie was still alive. A gold one. Must be from an international bank. Zurich, probably. They never close accounts without a signature, so it must be working. Well, that's nice. Look, blue keycard. Now, the blue keycard has a magnetic strip on one side and QRS written on the other. Okay. Drink scotch. Okay. Drink glass of scotch. Not drink that, not without French fries. Are you kidding me? You also see a note. Okay, take note. Read note. Electronic note by note systems. To read, turn on. Turn on note. Turn note on. There we go. The syntax is screwy for this game. Electronic note. So you finally screwed things up, huh? I told you this will happen someday. Sooner or later, we've all been there. And let me tell you something else, kid. It's a bitch. Don't worry, though. In this little briefcase, you'll find everything a smuggler needs to make it past tomorrow. If I'm still around, find me. I can help. Your pal, Eddie. P.S. Don't mess it up leaving this briefcase lying around. The QRS is a bit old. Too bad Eddie is dead, you think? The note screen flickers and turns green. Turn note off. Okay. So let's look at this briefcase. Low tech. It has one of those archaic magnetic locks only old key cards open. Eddie loved low tech. Well, I happen to have a key card, so let's use blue key card on briefcase. Cannot use it that way. Unlock briefcase with blue keycard. The blue keycard is soaked in scotch, and the magnetic strip on it doesn't appear to unlock the briefcase anymore. Not while it's wet. Wipe off blue keycard. The blue keycard smells like cheap scotch, and the magnetic strip appears to be about to fall off, but it's now dry. Okay, so unlock briefcase with blue keycard. Eddie's briefcase is unlocked. Something buzzes lightly inside. On the desk, there's a big heavy T-80 phone. Okay. Open. Wait a minute. Something buzzes lightly inside. Is this trapped? Let's save. Save. Is it? What's it? There we go. Okay. Open briefcase. Eddie's briefcase is open. Inside there's a rather old QRS code reader, possibly a prototype. Red button starts flickering. On the desk there's a big... okay. A plasma cutter falls to the floor. Take plasma cutter. Okay. Look, plasma cutter. Fits perfectly in your pocket. There's a small text on one of the sides. Read plasma cutter text. Read plasma cutter. Plasma cutter by Zoriac Inc. Interrupts electrified fields 10 times faster than the competition. Turn on and enjoy. Okay, so let's take QRS code reader. It comes integrated to the briefcase, and you are not walking around with that big thing tonight. Okay. Look, QRS code reader. A very old QRS code browser. Eddie gave you this crap in case you get a password stuck in your head someday. Looks like this is it. Use QRS code reader. Turn QRS code reader on. Close briefcase. We closed it. Take briefcase. You try to fit it inside your coat, but it's too big. Maybe you should get what's inside instead. I have what's inside. Open briefcase. Turn QRS. Now, okay, well, the game comes with a lot of little PDF goodies, and one of them is this brochure on how to use a QRS code reader. So, first step, we need to plug into the QRS code, and then we need to press the red button. So let's do that. Plug to QRS code. You connect the QRS code spiral cable to your right bicep jack, and the red button stops flickering for a moment. The tiny LED lights across your arm begin to glow in the dark. The red button flickers again, faster this time. Press red button. The QRS code synapse interface. The red light stops flickering and turns yellow. Your arm twists in an unnatural way, the way only prosthetic limbs can twist without breaking. The QRS code and your synapse talk to each other in a tongue long since forgotten. The agony seems to last for an eternity. The ringing in your ears stops. Things go dark. Your eyes no longer look at the tiny apartment. Vast fields of information stretch so far in front of you, they become dots in a rainbow of computerized data. Silicon angels perform a digitized overture, the same one you caught Eddie whistling more than once. It takes you a minute to get used to the archaic interface, and then you see it. The passcode Lime's client tried to upload to your synapse flies around trying to hide from you. Floating near childhood memories, you manage to get a glimpse of the code. It is doing what it was designed to do. Hide behind dull experiences no scanner would bother looking into. Okay, let's have another look at this brochure. Things are about to get very Johnny Mnemonic here. So, in order to actually get this code, let's start with the prism, because I think that will tell me where everything is in relation to myself. So, You scan the area around you, sending a pulse through the infinite space. The wave that flows from your hands melts through every single memory in your synapse and bounces back. A memory bank to your left glows in a purple glare, while the one at your right emits bright orange particles, which travel across the infinite space. Alright, well, let's try... grab left. You grab it and hold it in front of you. Enhance. Let's see what's in it. First, open the memory bank. Okay, that is... Unfold. Unfolding this memory bank reveals a memory of Rachel trying on her new prosthetic legs after the loan shark chopped them off due to some unpaid debt Eddie had with him. No passcode here. That's really gross. Alright, so, can I grab... grab right. Let's unfold that one. It reveals a memory of you and Eddie working on a smuggling deal together. At first glance, the passcode is not here. At first glance. Enhance. You travel forward and see the first time you ever saw Cousin Grant's brand new hovercar. He worked his ass off for a full year to be able to afford the hovercar. There's no sign of the passcode here. Okay. Well, let's go back to Prism here. Get my bearings. Swipe it off first. Okay. Swipe. Arg. Left. Move the memory bank to the left. Code duplicates itself everywhere and quickly deletes its original. You cannot see where it went. Things go dark and blurry around you once more. Prism. Bright orange code glows around a memory bank to your left, almost like bouncing in the dark. A reddish spark spins across the empty space to the right, where another memory bank is located. You try to open this memory, but it's so sticky you have to really pull your left arm to make the gesture. Once it's unfolded, you see a memory of you going to the moon colonies. The passcode is not here. Cannot see much right now. This is getting old really fast. Bright pink. Something moves to your right, while to your left. Something moves, leaving a trail of particles to your right, while a bright pink color shakes near your left, making a hell of a mess around the other memory banks. Let's grab the right. Unfolding this memory bank reveals a memory of Rachel. Okay. So let's... Wait a minute. Grab left. You struggle with this memory bank until it unfolds open. It's a memory of you and Eddie breeding some guy on the streets. Passcode doesn't seem to be here. After shuffling the memory banks to the right to reveal new ones, you catch a quick glimpse of a spiral shape you cannot quite distinguish. Everything goes dark. Can I grab that? You unfold the memory bank and chrome-like particles spark everywhere before your eyes. Aha! If we look at this thing again, it says down here that chrome-like particles indicate a non-readable error. So that's probably not going to do me any good, but let's enhance. You smile while seeing the code Lime's client put in here. It is cornered in a dull memory about you brushing your teeth with Rachel beside you. The bright ball of polygons sparkle with fear, trying to find a way out. Okay, then we want... Give me a hard copy. Damn it, it printed all wrong. I can't do this one by myself. I have to go with Lime. He's at Tech Noir. He disconnected from the QRS code. Alright, well. So, what? I guess I just leave it here then. Okay. South door leads to the hallway. You see big columns of smoke. There is half a printed passcode next to the briefcase. Take passcode. Just half the code. The second image is broken and the barcode is missing. Well, okay. So we will, let's see, we need to go south door. Go south. You try to go that way, but it's closed. Open south door. It is... Unlock south door. Open south door. Go south. Dark hallway. You're in a long, dark hallway. It's pitch black, and the only audible noise is the constant buzz of the fluorescent lights and the raindrops hitting the big French-style windows on your right. At the end of the hallway, you see a dark figure moving in the shadows. The north door leads you back to your hideout apartment. You feel watched, but not from outside the windows, from within the hall. The thought that coming out of your apartment was a bad idea crosses your mind. Go north. 4 retrievers rush into the tiny apartment before you can put your hand on the doorknob. More machine than men, they hold you down to the floor while breaking your legs in ways they can't be fixed with prosthetics. Someone paid good money to hire these things. They're professionals. Fast, ruthless. Then it's the regular show these clowns always put on for their customers. The plastic on the floor, the guard at the door, the surgical gloves, and the smile while they strip you down. Then everything goes black. Months later, you abruptly awaken to the strange sensations of wires being forced through your mouth and eyes as some petty hacker tries to rip the code from your synapse. For now, time and pain are all that remain. Oh no, you've died! This game only uses one save file, so if you save, then you're pretty much screwed at any point, and you need to remember where you last saved. Okay, well, that sucks. We'll get back to the door next time.